The hardest journey any animal must make is from birth to death. It can last from a few days to 200 years. But in a competitive world full of dangers, surviving a lifetime is in no way preordained. A serene watering hole on the edge of a forest. Everything here seems peaceful, an idyllic place to come for a drink. But the reality is just the opposite. This Stegosaurus isn't sleeping on the bank. It's dead, having succumbed to exhaustion trying to pull itself out of the mud. Such corpses can attract scavengers from miles around. A male Allosaurus. He's 10 meters long and weighs over a ton. And unwittingly, he's been drawn into this trap by the smell of food. It doesn't take him long to realize he's starting to sink. He won't be coming near this carcass again. Despite being drawn here by the smell of food, the dead Stegosaurus was not in fact the animal he was following. A teenage Diplodocus. Right now, the sauropod is of no concern. The Allosaurus is looking for something other than food. He's on the trail of one of his own kind. Deep within the forest, a small group of baby sauropods are trying to be inconspicuous. These Diplodocus hatchlings are coloured to camouflage in the undergrowth. As long as they stay hidden, they can feed for over 8 hours a day. Something they'll have to do for decades if they want to get big enough to hold their own. Like all sauropods, their mother abandoned them when she laid the eggs. As animals that must survive without parental guidance, everything about their lives is done by instinct. Whether it's dangerous to them or not, they freeze. Predators. These are Martiosaurus, a medium-sized theropod that is subordinate to Allosaurus. They specialize in hunting small prey. The Stegosaurus is not worried. One swing of his tail spikes and an attack could be over in seconds. Instinctually, the baby Diplodocus lie down in the brush and stay completely still. It's possible that the Martiosaurus might simply pass them by. But sometimes, it's just down to dumb luck. Survival of the fittest dictates there's always one that will be slower. But in this world, they are nowhere near the top of the pecking order. A female Allosaurus. Part of them doesn't want to give up the kill. But the sensible thing would be to back down. The female knows it's best not to tangle with an Allosaurus. But the male stands his ground. Such hot-headedness could have gotten him worse than just a bite to the face. This kill belongs to her now. This is a critical time of the year for Allosaurus. The females are getting ready to breed. This corpse isn't just food, it's also resources for making eggs. But in the vast arid landscape, finding a male could be difficult. She's far more likely to run into trouble. Not this time. One rather important thing to have in the lead up to the breeding season is a decent territory. This subadult Diplodocus has ruled over this area for the last 5 years. He shares the area with many smaller creatures, like this Stegosaurus. But every once in a while, he has to face a challenge to his supremacy. A new arrival. Male sauropods are solitary, only congregating during the breeding season. This subadult Brontosaurus is on the lookout for some new turf to call his own. But this territory already has an owner. If he wants to keep his ground, the Diplodocus will have to fight. At first, it doesn't look like there's going to be a fight. Ritualized combat is common among large animals. When you're this big, getting injured can have serious consequences. It's easier to assess the other's strength. But in the eyes of the intruder, there's a much easier way. Like some modern relatives, sauropods go through hormonal breeding cycles, making males very aggressive, even towards other species. Brontosaurus can use its bulk as a weapon. With more robust bones, unlike Diplodocus, this behemoth uses its neck like a club. The whip-like tail of Diplodocus can give a nasty sting. Whilst usually a good deterrent, this time it was a mistake. This is going to have to be resolved through a shoving match. Each one of these animals weighs nearly 40 tons. results of these fights can be literally bone-shattering. A knockout blow. The new arrival is victorious. He will now scent mark his territory and wait for females to arrive. With broken bones and possible internal injuries, the only thing the loser can expect is a slow and agonizing death. He is forced to leave what was once his own home. Most other animals have a much less violent way of impressing a potential partner. The male Allosaurus has been looking for a place to create a display patch. This area seems perfect. Now it's on to litter removal. Clearing the forest floor of vegetation has one main purpose. He's making himself a stage. Feels like it's missing a thing or two. A lump of clay. Similar to a bowerbird, he's an obsessive decorator. Everything has to be just right. Now that he's finished his stage, he takes his place. He calls out in a low pitch to entice females. These calls can be picked up through the ground from many kilometers away. Finally, a female arrives. She's about the same size as he is, roughly as big as a motorhome, so he'll have to be careful. If this goes wrong, it won't end well for him, so he will have to impress her. His artistry won't be enough. This requires a performance. He must show himself from every possible angle. If he fumbles and steps outside the circle, she might lose interest. Showing off his crests will also help. They're twice as big as hers. He's got to stay completely still. The final assessment. Today, he got lucky. The female has accepted him as her mate. Now it's time to start a family. A couple of months pass, and there are signs that new life has entered the world. The stegosaurs have to be extra careful. The herds in this region do not have the added benefit of the sharp eyes of Camptosaurus. And that can be a problem due to the inquisitive nature of the babies. They are eager to explore their world. But the adult doesn't want anyone straying too far. A baby Allosaurus. And it's not alone. It's hunting with Mum and Dad. From their vantage point, the allosaurs can see their chosen target. But they are not stalking any of these grazers. Their sights are set on this young diplodocus. Without a herd, this sauropod is living with a target on its back. The female moves off to one side. They hope to take down the diplodocus in a pincer movement, but the apatosaur might be a problem. He's been spotted. The male calls a warning to the baby. Due to the aggressive behavior of the Apatosaurus, the hunt is a disaster. He calls out to his mate. Despite the sauropod's top speed not being anywhere close to 10 kilometers an hour, there is still a huge danger of being trampled. The female breaks cover in a futile attempt to draw the apatosaur away from her family. Unfortunately for her, it's worked. Downed with a swipe from the shoulder, the female is helpless. But when you're 35 tons, it's difficult to lose momentum. The diplodocus is dead. Still pumped up, the apatosaur tries to locate the predators. There is no sign of the Allosaurus. Several hours later, the Allosaurus arrive back at the site of the kill. Inevitably, it has been picked at by scavengers. Life in the Morrison Badlands is tough at the best of times. It can be difficult to raise a family in such an arid region, and the world is changing. Making a living in the wild is a constant fight for survival, the finely balanced struggle between predator and prey. The dinosaurs have now ruled the Earth for 50 million years, and have nearly 100 million years before the end of their reign. We are far from the end of their story, and far from when the sun sets on the age of reptiles.